Welcome to my first ever makeup tutorial video. This is probably going to be a little awkward, perhaps a little choppy, maybe not focused, but bear with me. Like I said, this is my first one. After Halloween, I had posted on my Facebook page a time-lapse of a jack-o'-lantern Halloween look that I had done, heavily influenced by another YouTuber, Ellie Max SFX, I must admit. But I had gotten a lot of feedback about why I wasn't doing just regular makeup video tutorials. So after much hesitation, here we go, I'm doing it. So I decided while I was getting ready for my birthday dinner tonight, I might as well just film it. This look is great for a birthday, but it's also great just for holiday season coming up. You could modify it any way that you would like, but just a simple, slightly shimmery lid with a bold red lip. It's kind of been my go-to look, but works for holidays, works for whenever. And yeah, if you like it, keep watching. Alright, starting off we're going to prime the face. I'm using Becca's Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector, and with clean hands just dabbing it and then rubbing it into my face, focusing mostly on the places where my pores are pretty large, and then buffing out everywhere else. Then taking my foundation, which is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and applying that in a dabbing motion all over the face just to try to evenly distribute it. This is the Flat Top Kabuki from It Cosmetics. It doesn't have a name or a number, but you can find it at Ulta, which is where I got it. I apologize, I don't have any further information. Make sure you go ahead and buff it down your neck and also all along your jawline so you don't have that awful line of separation from your neck to your face. And then using circular motions to really just buff it into your face and make it look as natural and flawless as possible. This is the Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I'm going in and dotting this on the inner corner of my eye where it's a bit darker, then down the side of my nose and under my eye in a triangular shape. This is just going to brighten up this whole under eye area. And then also applying some in between my brow bone and up the forehead a bit and down the nose just a little. And then I also put some just around my nose here. I tend to get a bit red. And then also a little on the chin for good measure. Again, just with clean hands, I'm using a dabbing motion to put this all over, not only where I had applied it, but then also on my lid. This is going to act as my primer for my eyeshadow and also just conceal any discoloration on the eyelid. You could use a beauty blender or a brush if you would like. I just like using my finger from time to time. I think the warmth of the finger really helps to blend in that concealer pretty flawlessly and help press it into the skin, and you get a lot of control. But like I said, blend it out however you feel comfortable. There is no right or wrong way. Well, I mean there is, but do what you want. Then taking the two lightest colors from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and just tapping this all over where we just put our concealer. This is going to help not only set it, but also make those areas a bit brighter as well. And by patting it on, we're making sure that we're really going to prevent any creasing or any kind of flakiness that may happen in that under eye area. Taking Laura Mercier's translucent powder, we're going to put that everywhere else that we have not put powder yet. This is going to help with processes down the line where we're doing any blush or bronzing or contouring. Powder will lay better on powder and blend out better than if you're just going straight in with your bronzer on top of your foundation. So just a little trick for you. With any translucent powder, just be careful that you do take the time to really buff it out and blend it in, because if you're going to be taking any flash photography, you may notice with translucent powder you get that white flashback face. Then with the lightest color in the contour palette from the same Kat Von D palette, we are going in and just kind of putting that underneath where the cheekbone is to go ahead and make those cheekbones pop a bit. This is not going to be a really intense tutorial on how to contour, but if you would like a contouring tutorial, I would be more than happy to pull one together for you. Just going under the chin a little bit and then around the hairline to just really help shape the face a bit and add in some more definition that the face would naturally have. Don't be disgusting like me and blow on your brushes. You can go ahead and tap the excess powder off, but I'm being lazy and gross. Then going down the sides of my nose just to define that a little bit more as well. And then going all over the face and just really blending it out so that you don't have any stark, harsh lines from your darker color to your lighter color. This is the Milani Blushing Rose, Romantic Rose Powder Blush. And just putting this on the apples of the cheeks and buffing upwards. This is the cutest blush ever. Looks like a rose. Going in with Bare and Linen from the Lorac Pro Matte Palette and putting this under the eyebrows that I just did off film. And buffing that onto the brow bone. Taking Sherbert, this is from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made Palette, and a fluffy brush. I am just putting this all over my crease and blending upward just slightly. This is not exact. This is a pretty quick look. It is not super detailed, so any light brownish shade will do for this. It does not have to be from this palette, but it is a gorgeous palette, so if you want to go get it, I say go get it, because it is a limited time product. I did get it a little while ago, but that's Hot Chocolate from the same palette, and I'm now going in to define that crease just a little bit more, using a smaller brush to maintain just in the crease to give some definition there. You could go in with the same brush that you had used before if you would like. You could skip this step entirely if you would like. Like I said, modify this however you would like. This is just my own personal preference. Then taking that same fluffy brush, I'm using that with nothing else on it just to blend it out. Taking Self-Made and Treasure. I'm sorry, that was pretty fast. You can rewind if you want to see it, but I'm applying that now to my lid. This brush was not working out for me the way I wanted it to, so I dabbed some on with my finger to really get more concentrated color. Taking Hot and Cold, I'm putting a little bit more of that into my crease. I wanted to, you know, darken it. I can't speak today. Darken it up just a little bit. Again, you can skip this step if you would like. Chocolate and Jet Black from the Lorac Matte Pro with an angled liner brush. I opted out of doing an eyeliner for this look. I wanted it to be a little softer. You could totally use eyeliner if you want. You could put out a crazy wing, whatever you prefer. I just wanted to add a little bit of definition to my lash line without it being super dramatic. I wanted this to be nice and soft and kind of just elegant with a focus on the lips. But like I said, do what you'd like. And then I'm going back in to the Anastasia palette with the color Hot and Cold, and I'm putting a little bit of this on the under eye area. I'm not going too far into the inner corner, not to shut off the eye, but instead taking that color Treasure again, and I'll be putting that on my inner corner just to brighten it up a little bit, make me look a little bit more awake. Then I'm going in, this is the Too Faced Better Than False Lashes Extreme. So this is actually a 3-step mascara. It's one of those fiber mascaras, and I personally am not a fan. I like this mascara just as is. I skip the second step, which is the fiber part. I think I'm just not patient enough to apply it as neatly as it needs to be in order for it to give the effect of the fiber lash look. Plus, 9 times out of 10, I'm putting falsies on anyway, so kind of pointless. But any mascara will do for this step. This is just the one that I've been rocking lately, and I really, really enjoy it while skipping that second fiber step. Get those bottom lashes, don't forget, don't neglect. Going in with lips, this is the Jeffree Star Liquid Lipstick, and it is in the color Unicorn Blood. He's just killing it with his colors, absolutely killing it. But this is, if you're not familiar, liquid to matte. So it goes on liquid, and when it dries, it's completely matte, and it has phenomenal staying powder. Power, I'm sorry. And as you can see, I kind of have gotten it all over my face because I had too much caffeine. But that's okay, we can remove it. But isn't that a beautiful color? You could use any color lip that you would like, but for the holidays, a deep red or a bright red would be beautiful with this look. Totally your preference. If you're doing this during the daytime, maybe a nude would look nice. You don't have to put on false lashes if you don't want to, but I'm gonna do that right now. These are Lily lashes in the style Doha, I believe. I will have to double check that. Just applying House of Lashes glue, winking at the camera, and applying them with some tweezers. I let that dry for about 10 to 15 seconds before applying, just so the glue gets a little tacky. I drop it in the center of my lash line and then take the tweezers to press in the outer corner and then press in the inner corner. This definitely takes some practice, guys, so if you end up with glue all over your face the first time that you do this, it's cool. Don't worry about it. It happens to the best of us. Some people prefer to apply their lashes with just their fingers. Some people prefer with the tweezers. It's up to you and what works. I find that tweezers just give me a little bit more precision, but again, whatever works for you. And then I take my tweezers and kind of pinch my natural lash together with my false lash. This just helps blend them in a bit more. And I get this question a lot too, which is, you know, do I put my mascara on before or after my false lashes? I always say before. That way, you know, you're not ruining your false lashes by loading them up with mascara. Some lashes are like 30 bucks, so why are you gonna load on mascara and make those things look clumpy and nasty when they're supposed to be fluffy and luxurious, right? So that's my personal preference, but go ahead and just pinch those two together and it will look pretty seamless. Then I'm just spraying my face. This is the Urban Decay Setting Spray All Nighter, and we are done. Enjoy!